you back to the Owatonna Coaches Show. Again, my name is Mark Arjes, and you can find the Owatonna Coaches Show on local cable here in Owatonna, channels 8 and channel 20, blip.tv on the internet. And if you go out to OwatonnaHockey.com or OwatonnaWrestling.com or YouthFirst.com or any of those Facebook pages, you can find our YouTube clips out there of the Coaches Show. Again, we want to remind everybody to get their free copy of the Owatonna Hockey book by doing it and stopping in at any home hockey game here of the boys' high school, girls' high school, or the Steele County Blades. And also you'll start to see those around available at different sponsor locations around town. We again want to thank our hockey sponsors, Ag Power, Alexander Lumber, Bremer Bank, Culligan, Family Vision Center, Federated Insurance, Insty Prints, Jostens, Mortgage Office of Brenda Bednar, Oldenburg Photography, Straight River Sports, Sign Pro, Truth Hardware, Trelo, Walzer Chevrolet Buick, Four Seasons Center, Waseca Chrysler Center, and World of Wheels here in Owatonna for their support of the Coaches Show and Owatonna Hockey. Again, the show is brought to you by our Youth Hockey Association, OIHA, the Blue Line Club, and Youth First. We're going to get caught up again with Coach Storm. How are you?
I'm well.
It's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you're doing good tonight. Just got done with practice again, and it seems like you had a couple of games since we talked last week. So maybe you can just bring us up to speed. And sorry.
Yeah, we had tonight we had a really good practice. Actually,
Good,
the boys
good.
played well, and it was probably the best one we've had. Pre-game practice we've had in a good 3 weeks here, so I was pretty happy about that. We played Saturday. We played Spring Lake Park, and we had a night where we went 1 for 10 on the power play. We had plenty of chances to score, and we're just struggling to find the back of the net right now. And we just kind of make a commitment as a team that we're gonna find some of those uglier goals and those hard-working goals, and get better at battling for pucks. And we worked a lot on that this week. We actually had 3 days of practice for the first time here in a long time, and I'm hoping that it shows tomorrow when we play. Drawing a blank. We play West on Saturday, and tomorrow we are home against Albert Lee.
Oh,
beat us the first time around.
So you mentioned the goal thing. Is that a mental thing, or is that a physical thing, or is it kind of both, or what do you think?
You know what? I think it's probably a little bit of physical and mental. I think that our guys just maybe like to stay out on the perimeter. It's kind of scary sometimes getting in front of that net and going hard to the net, because that's where you're going to take the punishment. And I think our guys are kind of sitting back a little bit too much. But we shook some stuff up today in our lines, and I think that that'll help us get the right guys in front of the net with the right guys who are getting the pucks to the net. So I hope that makes the difference tomorrow and from here on out.
Good, good. Well, that's exciting. In fact, tonight one of the things that I'm excited about is talking to a couple of players. I know you picked a couple guys for me to talk to that we can kind of learn a little bit more about their perspectives, so that would be something interesting. But who are the couple of players we're going to get to talk to tonight?
Well, I picked our 2 senior captains. They're the guys who get to wear the C's on their jerseys for us. And the first one is Mason Bloomquist, and Mason is an unbelievable kid. He's a football guy, and now he's a hockey guy for us, thankfully. And the thing about Mason that I've noticed, when we've had guys not necessarily show up to play their best performance, and Mason is just never that guy. Mason is always going. And I even told the guys the other day, when we took the ice, the one guy that I could tell was ready to play was Mason, and he was the only one who stuck out just by how he took the ice. And it was dead on. He didn't lose a battle all night. He scored 2 goals for us, and they were both gritty, hard-working goals, and that's just the kind of kid he is. And so he's a really, really neat kid. And the other is probably one of our most skilled guys, and that's Matt Ratzloff. He also wears the C for us, and Matt's an extremely offensively gifted player. He did a split season with the Blades before. Yeah, right. And we're kind of just waiting for Matt to really just open it up here. He's been having a decent year, but we know that there's a lot of goals left in him, and I think he saved them for a big time of the year for us here.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to talk to those guys, and I know we're going to cut you loose a little early so we can do that. So I appreciate your time. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Now that we know you're playing Albert Lee.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we'll be right back with a couple of players. So perfect.
Thanks.
Awesome. And welcome back to the Owatonna Coaches Show. Again, I'm Mark Arjes, and we're privileged here to talk to a couple of our senior high school boys hockey players. These guys are both captains on the team, as Coach Storm just said. We've got Mason Bloomquist here to my left and Matt Ratzloff to my right. So how are we doing, guys?
I'm doing good.
Doing good?
Doing good, yeah.
All right. Well, I'll try to keep the microphone thing working here for us. So what I want to do tonight is just with our audience is just give them a little bit of an idea of what it's like for you guys as captains of the hockey team in your senior year, and just kind of what that's like from your perspective. So maybe we'll start with you, Mason. So how is it that you prepare for a game, both mentally and physically?
Well, we warm up about an hour and a half for a game, and we kind of just listen to music, at least I do. Some people don't, some people do. Some people talk, some people are quiet, and I don't know, we just try to get our legs moving, just get ready for the game.
So do you do that all on the ice, or is that something you're doing off the ice?
That's something we're doing off the ice. We usually take a lap around the rink if we can find one, otherwise, I don't know, we do butt kicks. What are those things called? High knees.
Okay.
Stretches.
So calisthenics and stretches, that kind of stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
Same for you, Rats?
Yeah, I usually get here around like 4:30. I kind of do my own thing for the first like 45 minutes, like go in the stands with my stick and like eat my Subway and stuff like that, and just trying to focus on my game. Then we usually warm up around 6:10, like Mason said. We do our calisthenics and stuff. Then I usually listen to music, just focus, don't really talk much, and just get the team going for the game.
Cool. And I'm not a hockey guy, as you guys know. I'm a wrestling coach. So I'm used to being in these warm environments. And you guys, so you're talking about warming up in the rink, and then is it hard to stay warm when you're in a cold environment?
Actually, we usually go downstairs by the Steel County Blades locker room. It's pretty warm down there. We usually take a lap around the rink just to get our legs going. I mean, it's pretty cold out sometimes, but we usually keep warm downstairs. It's not too bad.
Okay. So what would be one of the highlights so far? You're both in your senior year, so maybe think about, has there been a highlight so far this season for each of you guys?
My highlight would probably be beating Bemidji, because they're a tough competition, and it was just good to beat them in overtime. So, yeah, that would be my highlight.
Okay.
I'd always say Sweep and Faribault, like they're our rivals and stuff. We've grown up with them in youth hockey. They've always beat us in youth hockey, but we haven't lost to them since sophomore year, and we swept them the past 2 years, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah. So I know coming into the season this year, your preseasons were very different. Mm-hmm. Matt, you were skating with the Blades already, and you were busy in the Metrodome with the football team, right? State playoffs. So talk about how was that coming off of football? Was that a tough transition then to get caught up?
Yeah, football and hockey are completely different sports, and they're different. They work your legs different, work your body different. And the first game I came back, it was a little shock. I was a little tired, and I don't know. I've just gotten back to it. But football helped me, and I don't know. It's going to keep helping me. So
it is fun to have more than one sport going on, right?
Right.
Okay. How about you, Matt?
Yeah, the Blades team really helped me get involved for the first year and stuff. And, we started training camp at about late August, and we went through all September, and I got 14, 15 games under my belt before I even stepped on for the high school, so that's always nice. Yeah.
So do you find you're, just from a purely skills perspective, but also just from a training perspective, you really hit the ground running?
Yeah,
huh?
I was playing with kids who are 19, 20 years old, so obviously they're going to be good and stuff like that, so it was nice seeing what I can do against those guys and see how much I can stack up against them. Yeah.
How has that helped you then now in your regular high school season? Does the game slow down a little bit, or?
It was slowing down a little bit. You get out there and you're like, wow, this is a lot slower compared to the junior league, but you just got to play at a high speed all the time and then see what goes happen.
Yeah, I know Coach was talking about that's one of the reasons he likes to play the teams from the city is because of the speed of the game, right, and that kind of stuff. So, well, good. Well, again, we want to wish you guys the best of luck. You got a big goal for this year yet to finish out?
I would love to win the rest of our games here on out, but that's just me.
Well, hopefully that rubs off on the team, right?
I'd love to stack up against Lakeville South in section finals and see what we can do against them.
Okay, good.
Once you get there, it's really anything can happen, so
sure.
We get there.
Awesome. Well, I think from what, just so you know, Coach had a lot of great things to say about both of you guys and as far as leaders and, where you're at your senior year and being captains on the team. So we're just excited. We want to invite the audience to come out and see these guys play on the ice for real. Again, you can watch the Coaches Show on local cable here in Owatonna, channels 8, channel 20 on blip.tv on the internet, or if you go to owatonnahockey.com or youthfirst.com and check out the Facebook pages there, you'll see the YouTube clips. And we'll see you next time. Thanks.